Hey everyone, Blake Bliss here. How you all doing? I hope you're well. So today I'm looking into showing you guys how to make the stone rings. You guys were asking me how to do that, and I figured the best approach for this was just to bring you here to youtube.com/GrantSpeaks, and we can show you how to do that, because my friend Jody is probably going to be able to do this and circumvent a lot of time in terms of using the correct tools or different things like that. The tools I used to make this ring here, I used this chisel, which is just terrible, and I used these two little screwdrivers, and that was really it. I just literally, after I traced the mark, I just started chipping away at it like this. And then like building the trench, and just whittling it away. And just with time and effort and energy, my result was this ring. And then I just started grinding around until eventually I got to the shape of this. You see how much easier this is doing it this way instead of just grinding away at it like I did? So this is Abigail. This is Jody's daughter. And Abigail, show them your ring. This is Abigail's ring. How cute that is. That's so cute. And she was just using this here. So, you know, anybody can do this. Anybody can make this, and it's fantastic. And I think you've done a really, really wonderful job, Abigail, considering you're just roughing it in. You still, you know, then you can start shaping it and polishing it. I mean, it's a great start, and anybody can do it. It's fantastic. Really well done, Abigail.
Okay, now that we've gotten the soapstone to this stage with a hole already in it,
yeah.
What we're going to start doing now is we're going to use these kinds of files. Now in the trades we call them rat tail files, I guess because it looks like a rat's tail. It's a round file. They come in various sizes, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get one. It's a slow process, but the other thing to be aware of when you work with stone, only work with it when you're in a good mood. What you're thinking when you're working on this will go into your ring. This is what we want to do. We want to charge it with positive energy. What you have to be very, very cautious about is you don't want to make this hole too big too fast, because then it'll be too big for your finger.
Right.
You want to work at it slow and just file. Just file slow. You can see, I don't know if it'll show up, you can start and see the dust. A file only cuts in one direction too, away from you. So just push it slowly and have fun doing it, enjoying it. You're creating something here. The other thing is, when you do this hole, get it relatively close to your finger size and then stop. Because what we'll end up doing is shaping the stone a little bit. So you don't want to get to your actual ring size until you make the stone so it will fit on your finger. This is about an inch thick, so it's too thick. We're going to shape it using a different tool.
Right. I'll show you throughout the process the shaping of this particular rock. Okay, so we're grinding away here, and I've gotten it to this point. So I'm just showing you sort of step by step what's going on. See, I've got the terminology right now. See, roughing in. There you go, roughing in. Anyway, so I'm just going to keep roughing in, and we're just going to keep molding it down until we get to that ring shape. Here we go.
Very important that I wear gloves. The reason I'm wearing gloves is all these tools are relatively sharp. Yeah, I mean, they're safe, but if you miss
and you scratch your hand,
you see what it's doing to the stone, it can do it to your hand as well. So err on the side of caution, get a pair of gloves and wear them. It's the best way to go. The other thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if you can see, but we're going to shape this stone. A
little bit, there's these lines here which you can just faintly make out, because the desired shape that I'm going for this stone is this shape. And Jody actually made this ring, which is like an incredible looking ring, to be honest. So this is the shape that I'm going for, because I was like, oh, that's just amazing. So then you can put symbols on the front of it. It looks really good. What material is this made out of?
Well, that's soapstone, but it came from, I think it was in Nuvik. He actually had to fly this out on an airplane, a piece of this for me.
All right, guys. So what I've done is I've darkened, I've blacked out the parts that I want to carve away. So it's good just to have those, you know, those lines here, so I can actually see now where I want to be cutting into, because all that stuff will just come off anyway. And it's just so when you start to rough in, you can get an initial shape, and then you can get an idea for it. So I'm going to be grinding all the black parts away here. So grinding, grinding, grinding. I'm keeping this part, I'm going to keep this part just the way it is, because I don't know what I want to put on it yet. and I'm not sure how I want. It's where I reside right now, and I'm just gonna slowly take off all that ink. So I'm just gonna keep whittling away at this. I'm just gonna keep cracking this down, and I'll show you guys where I'm at in the next little while. I'm just gonna keep going, and by the end of the day, I'm gonna have a ring. So I know that some people, you know, they use their body as a canvas and they're harming themselves or whatever. This is a great way to relieve that stress without hurting yourself, and just, you know, just grinding with this, and then by the end of it, you've got something that you can be proud of. You have something that you can show people, and you can be like, yeah, I made this. I mean, we showed you Jody's ring. I mean, it's amazing. It looks awesome. And to say that I made that and be proud of that, that has a lot of power in it, I feel. So, you know, just, you know, doing something with your hands, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I made that first attempt, and it's okay. I think it's an alright looking ring, but this one's gonna definitely look better. And I think it's just like, you know, it's very therapeutic, and it just helps alleviate that distortion without taking that stuff out on yourself, you know? Like, you don't want to use yourself as a canvas. Just sitting in the shade and still grinding away. I've gotten down to, like, this point, so you can see that it is slowly beginning to take shape. You can see where the back of the ring will be, how it's going to be angled up this way, angled down that way. Alright, so we're still just roughing it in. It's getting there, though. You can see the shape is taking shape. And I'm just sitting here just grinding away. This, as I've been saying, this definitely helps you practice patience, that's for sure. Hey everyone, how are you all doing? So I'm down to now this. So we're getting closer. We're starting to make that shape. So that shape that we showed you with Jody's ring, beginning to get that shape to start forming here. So that's what we're going for. So I just keep roughing it in, and still getting there, just showing you my progress. So we're still just roughing it in. This is what we've gotten to so far. And I'm just smoothing down the sides, rounding the edges, and we're getting there. It's getting closer. So I just wanted to show you guys my progress, and then we're going to just get the sizing right. And yeah, we're moving along. We're moving along. Hey everyone, how are you all doing? So the next part of this now is just shaking the slot where your finger's gonna go. So I'm using this file, and all I'm doing is just grinding this down, and eventually the file gets wider and wider as